Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I've had a request to show you guys how I edited the photo posted by Moon Khan, I believe is how we say his name. So here it is. Downloaded it off of Facebook. Quality's pretty poor because of that. You can see all these nasty pixels, but the first thing that I did with this photo, and I want to tell y'all before I ever start, it may turn out looking completely different than the one that I shared, but I'm going to try to get it as close as I can. First thing I did was edit this white spot. So, use my little spot healing tool, make it small, and get that out of there. Next thing, I created a new document. I'm going to hit Control-N, and I've got a 4x6 at 300 pixels per inch. I'm just going to hit OK. So I took that photo, drag and drop it into my new document, because I want to have, there's probably a different way to do this, this is just how I know how to do it, but I want to have more room to work with to turn the photo horizontal, just because a horizontal image is what I prefer for, say, beach pictures. Yeah, I just like landscape. Okay, first thing I did, come over here to, you got your arrow, what's this one called? Rectangular marquee tool. I just click there, and I select a side of the photo. I want to extend this over, like over to the left hand side. So I do that, and then I get my arrow back, and I just drag it over there. I think that's the coolest thing. I can't remember who I learned that from. It was a tutorial somewhere on YouTube. And I just do the same thing over here. And sometimes it might make your background look kind of weird, but for this it worked. Just drag it all the way and get the tool again, and select like this top area. Go about to there. Oh, sorry. Okay, and then get the arrow and drag. And there you go. So you have, oh, didn't go far enough. There. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Okay, so I've got that. I actually have the other image pulled up. Let me see what I did next. I don't know why I made a background copy on the other one. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I went into some of my own photos. Control-D to get that box to go away. And I found one that was a sunset that I had taken years ago. Go into my folders and find where it is. There it is. I live in the mountains, so this is a mountain sunset. And that image is way bigger than this one. So I'm going to zoom way out of it, and I'm holding Shift whenever I drag the corner of this photo in so that it keeps the perspective, I guess. Y'all see how my terminology is so advanced. But I like this upper part of the image there. Shift and drag. Okay, then I'm going to create a layer mask. Get my black brush. Oh, first I want to click back on the sunset image itself, and I'm going to set the blend mode to multiply so I can see through it to where I want to erase. So I'm just going to erase the mountain area kind of close here to the horizon line. Just make sure I get all of that off. Okay, so I've got the clouds up in the sky where I want them. Now, because, you know, it's water, it's the beach, you're going to have a reflection of some kind down here of those colors out of the sky. I mean, I guess you would. That's just was what I did. So I'm going to duplicate this whole thing, Control J. Excuse me. And I'm going to take, with that second sunset selected, I'm going to come over here and transform, flip vertical, so it reflects down here. Okay. Just move it around a little bit, play with it, stretch it out. I'm not holding shift down here because I want it to just stretch. Okay, so see here where the two photos met, it made this weird dark line. So I'm going to come back in here with a brush, a black brush, and erase about as close as I can. I say erase, I'm painting with a black brush, not erasing. Just doing that so that it doesn't make that odd line there. Sorry, I guess I don't have to be too particular with this one since you guys have already seen. Oops, fix that back. Oh, geez, I'm messing up now. Trying to get it back right there because it did funny. Okay, so all of that right now is over top of him, and I don't want him to look that orange. I'm going to click back on this layer here of the original photo and select him. So I get my selection tool and just go over. I didn't even select his feet and pants in the last one. I just did his head and back. Okay, from there we hit Refine Edge and Smart Radius. I think I went up to 2 here, and then I went to Smooth and put it on about 2 there. Oh, I want to make it smaller. It's not working. Just kind of go around so it selects all of him. Like that. Do his jacket some because it's got some other color in it. Ooh, that totally messed up. Hang on. Cancel. Do it again. I'm just going to do his head. A little bit of his jacket. Okay. So he's selected there, and I want to make the copy of him, so I'm going to hit Control J. And then I'm going to drag the layer of what we just made up to the top. Oh, that's right. Hang on. It does look really weird. I think I might have... Wait. Give me a second. Let me look back at this one. No. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Well, it's just not looking the same as it did before. I think these might need to be a little bit lighter. Let me check that out. Nope. Same diff. But, okay, I'm just going to make it a little bit lighter here. I might even take his little copy and make it lighter. That way it looks a little bit better blended. Oh yeah, and then the spot between his legs. It did it on the other one, and I had to go back and fix it. That spot, I'm going to make a layer on that one. Get a black brush, because I want to erase all this part that didn't copyright. See there? And you're just bringing out the layer behind this one. And just kind of a halo. Keep erasing the parts that I don't want to see of that selection. Okay, that's good enough, just to show you guys. Trying to think. Okay, the layer that is the reflection down here in the sand and the water, I want to blur that a little bit because I don't like how this looks so defined, like you just got some clouds laying over the sand. I'm going to hit Filter, Blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm going to go 2. No, maybe 3. 3. And hit OK. And then for this sky, I think I blurred it just a little bit. Same thing. Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And that one I know I just did a 1 on. Come on. Backtrack. Oh yeah. I made it look here on the other one like there was a bit of sun back there. To do that, I need to be on top of these. You go to Layer, New Layer. Oh, no, I'm doing that wrong. I'm so sorry. I am drawing a blank. Where is it? Where is it? New fill layer. Solid color. Sorry, fill layer. I'm going to hit OK. And I want to pick a nice, bright, orangey, something about right there, color. Now I'm going to click on the white layer mask that it created itself. And I'm hitting Control I. I don't want to see it yet. I'm going to come here. This is the gradient tool. I want to select this radial gradient. And, oh yeah, and my color needs to be white on top. So, there we go. I'm going to click on him, because he's my center point. He's where I want the little sunshine to come from. And I just drag over. See how it made that there? That might be why. Yeah. Okay. I just went ahead and upped the opacity back on his little layer. That's why it looked funny in the beginning. So right now it's a circle, and I want it to be kind of elongated. I'm going to come back here on this layer and grab my arrow tool, and I'm going to stretch it. Stretch it like that. Drag it back to where it's the center with him, maybe up. I mean, it's just, you know, however you feel about it. And opacity down. Let me make sure that I didn't set that to something else. Yeah, that's how I had it. You're going to set the blend mode on it to overlay. See, and it just kind of gives it a warm glow back there like the sun's setting. Alright. The next thing I'm going to use is my own overlays that I've created. I have them for sale in my Etsy store. I love these overlays. These are all photos that I've taken myself, and in my computer I have made them into actions because I use them so much. They just really give my photos just that little bit more color. It just makes it look good. So without over explaining it, I'm going to click on this one that I've called Deep Blue Water, and I'm going to hit play. So it just runs it. You can tell the difference when I click off and on, off and on. And I also used rainbow. Okay. So here's the rainbow one. Let me hit play. See? And it just made it colorful. These are like photos that I just took, and I blurred them like crazy. I just made them super, super blurry, like it might have been a picture. I think the Deep Blue Water one was a picture of the sky with some clouds in it, and I just super blurred it and then made it into these soft light overlays. Okay, that was all that I did in Photoshop. Yep, that's all I did in Photoshop. So Control-Shift-E will flatten the picture, and I'm gonna save it. Where am I going to save it so I can get to it easy? I'm going to save it right here. I'm just going to put the guy's name, Moon. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to open it. Oops, I don't know what that is. Oh, quit. Oh my gosh. Oop, that's the first one from the other post. Okay, here's the one we just did. I'm going to import it into Lightroom. Sorry, kind of got lost in what I was saying.